getting closer to it. We're not in any doxing area.
We're not in a doxing area, and we are not at a turnaround point.
But we'll get close to it.
Yeah. Did you want to monitor the stream on this one?
Yeah, I'll see if anybody chats though while this is going, because I know there's going to be a few people like I think Cassandra might be watching this too.
That's hard to tell. That's probably.
I don't want to play that. No.
Okay, you got the sound. Sound works.
I know, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to play that guy's.
I think we're still on Tropical Trail.
Yeah, I think we're still on that. And sound. Let's see if it works.
I remember this house. Hearing about this house. See how that house has rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to play that guy. We mute that because it's delayed. It's really delayed. It's playing, but the sound is working, so we just have to hold it up.
Yeah, we're still on Tropical. We haven't come to the end yet. Chill.
Well, I'm chilled. Oh, Masana Daybreaker's on. Hi, hey there. I think we're due some new
It's probably easier to read on mine.
On deck profiles with. Oh, I think he's talking about a Pokemon card thing, or he's talking about a card game. I think he's talking about cards. Because that is kind of a thing that people do is card games.
This is the end of Tropical Trail. I just have to get to a turnaround. There's a mini park to the left.
Yeah.
Which you're not showing pictures of the camera.
Yeah, I'd have to work my arms out.
Oh no, you'd have to turn your hand. No! I'm gonna pop a Yui here.
We'll see it as we go through here.
Okay. Drags with two S's, Greggss, requested that we do a Tropical Trail end to end.
So we're gonna do that for this. So this video is gonna start here.
This is the north end of Tropical Trail right here.
And here we go. We're gonna do an end-to-end video on this. Let's see if I can film some elevators, some condos, and I'm not able to read that now.
I can't read. I'm driving.
Yeah, so I might not be able to read everything, but I do think it's.
If you can't pronounce the word, spell it for me.
Let's see if I can get it on my screen here.
And my screen has a black background for the chat, where yours it's overlaying the screen. So
let's see. I can film some elevators, some condos, and then LEWES or
in Lewis.
Or
Okay, there's that house I was telling you about. They've got rocks in the yard because there's a 90-degree turn. And people going too fast at night, perhaps imbibing in substances that you shouldn't imbibe in before you drive, would miss the turn and drive through their porch. They tried to get a permit to put up a fence or a wall, and were told no, they could not. So they got landscaping rods and put those up. Having the landscaping rocks hauled in and put up was probably quite pricey. They're probably coquina rocks, which is a crushed shell kind of sandstone.
And one thing I'm going to admit, making a video about the trolls is not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to ignore it and to not comment on it.
Making a video talking about trolls in general, that's a personal choice. But if you mention the trolls, then you are giving them what they want. You're giving them attention.
Now, it made sense when I made that one
this person. That
it made sense to make that video because I was wanting to remind people that
There was an impersonator out there.
You know, because if I did do that, people would think that these comments were him when it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to put that reminder. Just like that Diesel Ducey impersonator when he left the key cards as sexy. You know, Diesel Ducey did not say that, but an impersonator did.
An impersonator said that.
And we looked into it, and we found out that it was an impersonator, not him. But it looked like he was creepy in saying that. But I might even premiere this too. That'd be cool if we can. But when we found the comment, for all those watching the campaign, when we found the comment, we found out that it wasn't him because
the day after it popped up,
he made a video.
He, I think it was a.
I hate to say the lies. Live now, but I think
I still got the spinny.
I still got this thing. It cut out, but the can video is what people will watch afterwards. Yeah. The can everything. So, and let's make sure the can video is recording. Yeah, it is recording. I am recording for the can. The can video is recording. Yeah, it is recording. I am recording for the can video. So even if the stream doesn't work, we got the can video, which is bad. The can video I'm going to be uploading when I get home. We'll start it. Right when I start setting up the live stream, this is where the can video will start. Setting up the live stream, this is where the can video will start. Which that'll be no signal while you're driving. Yeah.
Merritt Island does not have cell phone towers on it. It does have some up at 520, and it has some near. And it has some near 528, but not on the island. I think they're on the beaches. And with all of the trees,
yeah, I'm getting a very crappy live.
You're probably not even a 480.
Yeah, I'm probably. But you know what I am going to do after this is over? I'll try and get you to the video. Masonic, after this is over, if you didn't catch what we're saying, well, you'll get to watch the actual video. If this part's on there, you'll get to watch the actual video, which will be better quality. Which is what I'm actually going to leave on the channel is the video itself. I mean, I'll still put the same. What I'm actually going to leave on the channel is the video itself. I mean, I'll still put the same title on both of these, but I'm just going to have the video be the better thing. I could premiere.
Was in early 2004, and one of the reasons we weren't getting cell phones was if you weren't on the beaches, which is where tourists stay, there was no signal for most of the carriers. And back when they had roaming charges, if I went into Walmart on Merritt Island, it would give me roaming charges while I was in the store. And if I was too far away from one of the skylights, it would drop my signal. So you could only make phone calls when you were near the skylight, and you paid roaming charges, which is annoying and unfair, I think, because we were not roaming. We were simply
Is the stream back now?
In a place, yeah.
I think it's. See if any.
Wait, is that live?
Let's refresh that.
Refresh that.
Go back and then go back to the channel and then open up the stream. See, are we back?
Yep, because I see cross traffic.
Back and then go back to the channel and then open up the stream.
If you want, you can have the sound on this very low.
Yeah, so I can hear when it cuts out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not hearing anything yet. Okay, I can kind of. You can hear that?
Yeah.
Barely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Your hearing's better than
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Can you hear it? Your hearing's better.
Yeah, I hear it. It's fine.
Okay.
this part of the stream's back. I hope you all can start commenting. If you can't get the answer, just
Yeah, that's very poor quality.
if you can't if this stream cuts out where you can't get the answer, don't worry. The canned video will go up. I will try and put this.
Cybertruck.
That's a cool Cybertruck. We're gonna focus on that. Well,
just wait and wait and wait and wait. Okay, we got red light here. That means they probably got a red light soon,
Yeah,
which
well,
means we'll get green for straight.
We'll get green soon.
So they had more people turning, and these are on the magnet thing under the street.
Yeah, I think it's funny that I was scared by a loud muffler. I thought that was funny, the reaction.
Well,
it was scary.
It was a sudden loud noise.
Yeah.
Which, two things that you are instinctively afraid of is falling and loud noises.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much a learned behavior. That was a sudden loud noise, and your subconscious identified it as a car.
Now, the best part of that, I thought the best part of that video, was basically you hear the loud muffler.
Yeah, the loud lack of muffler.
The fact that it was so loud and you could straight up. I mean, it should have been quiet. It should have been quiet.
We did do a lot of this road just before Christmas to show Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, we did do that once.
A lot of Christmas lights out.
And also my stream, because I was live streaming and the stream cut out in spots, I think.
Yeah.
Because of how bad the signal was in some spots. I mean, I'm sure maybe it's decent now, but I mean.
Well, we're close to 520s.
We're also close to houses, so maybe we'll get more signal here. But stream, like I said,
it's close to 520. There's not quite as many trees, and there is ahead and to our left, but not on this road, a small airport, and that probably has a cell phone. And I imagine we might lose signal again when we get farther up.
That's why I do canned videos in this kind of situation. The reason why I'm filming a canned video is because because it doesn't cut out like the stream does.
There's a spot on State Road 528 going to Orlando. There's a spot where there is not enough signal to carry voice. If you're talking on the phone to somebody, it won't disconnect. There's enough signal to not disconnect, but you won't be able to hear each other for, I'm not sure exactly how far, but there'll be a brief time. There's a signal to carry a phone call. Up here, they've got the flashing lights.
You have SIM card?
SIM card? Yeah, it's a phone. Phones have SIM card. Up here, people would often hit this brick wall.
I think it's funny that somebody just commented you have SIM card.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hilarious comment that I just get.
Do you know what a SIM card is?
A SIM card is what's in the phone.
It's one of those little chips that's not the same shape, but about the size of the micro SD cards.
Yeah, micro SD cards.
Now, micro SD card is different. A SIM card is designed for a cell phone connection. Cell phones have SIM cards. Certain trail cams will have a SIM card and basically connect to a phone service. Phone service. People who have trail cams set up that do continuous monitoring, they will have a SIM card in it, and it's specifically designed for the camera, and it's always on and always streaming.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily streaming to like YouTube, but it's always streaming often to a service that you pay for. The monthly service fee you pay for the cloud usage pays for the SIM card's phone connection. And if you've got it on, say you own a lot of acreage and you've got them at key points to watch wildlife or watch for trespassers. There's the park to the left.
Oh yeah, there's the Rotary Park. I see it. I see it's over there.
Right there. That's where we did most of the 24-hour walking jump.
Yeah, now I'm complete with that series.
Yes.
Glad to be complete with that series. I just want to be focused, but I am going to do a future video of the Rotary Park at some point. Another video will be done.
Probably.
But it'll be focused on Rotary Park, not the whole going for hours anything. It'll just be focused on walking around the park, and I'll show off.
Well, you wanted to do a park series.
Yeah.
In which case we would show more than just the trail. We would show the other amenities at that park.
Yeah, and we'll also be doing, and also on the Minnesota trip, we might be doing a park too.
I don't know. We will have to chat with your aunt.
And I'll have to do it on. Oh my God! Holy crap! That was the water that just.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Wow, there was a lot of water there, flooded.
Well, we had a bit of a gully washer, and it looks like it's not draining. That's the low spot, and there's drains on the side, and it does not appear to be draining very well.
That was shocking to me to see a lot of water.
Suddenly we went through water.
That was like, I've never seen that before. I mean,
well, not there, but we've seen those before.
I've seen floods, but it's like, that was kind of shocking. I'm surprised we made it through that.
Well, it's not that deep. A lot of the local roads flood when there's heavy rains. It usually doesn't last.
Sometimes it looks like there's water on the road when there isn't.
When it's really hot, there's a reflection that's like from the hot air rising that makes it look like there's water, but it's always the same distance. That's a mirage.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's a mirage created by the heat.
And people can see it on the video too.
Yeah. Because it's a property of light.
But, it's something that does show up on the film too. And, it's something to definitely be learning about.
These are the big, expensive houses on the can't be hot in the air conditioners.
No, I'm just trying to make sure I don't say certain things that come in my mind because I don't want to ruin my video.
Well, if you can't mind your mouth, you have to edit your video. And the easiest way to mind your mouth is to mind your brain and train your brain not to think those things.
I don't want to edit my video because then the worst part about it is and the worst part about it, I either say something that's extremely vulgar or something that's offensive or just simply doxing.
You try not to do that.
Because I don't want to ruin my video because that makes me have to edit. And I don't like, ruining my videos. And also, I shouldn't be taking videos down, especially when they're good videos. That's another thing to remember.
You don't want to have to age restrict your videos, and you don't want to have to edit your videos. And the easiest way to do that is to mind your mouth.
Yeah, but it can be worse than age restriction, though, because then, thinking about what's in my mind, it can be a whole lot worse.
Well, that would be in editing the video.
And I don't want to have to edit.
Well, you said then you mind your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole bunch of streets that flood when it rains because Florida is very flat.
Yeah.
And if you have any low spot like that where we went through the splash, rainwater will collect. But as long as the ditches and stuff are kept clear, then the flooding is very temporary, doesn't get into houses. Okay, yeah, we had a real intense rainstorm, or maybe a hurricane went through, and when it finished, a lot of roads might be semi-flooded for a few hours, maybe a day or so. Unless you get a situation like Tropical Storm Faye, where everything was already saturated, and then we had a tropical storm park itself off the coast for, I think, like 30 hours, just like paused and dumped rain everywhere, and then it just creeped up the coast. We had, let's see, Melbourne flooded, Rockledge had flooding, Cocoa had flooding. Pretty much every city from the Sebastian Inlet, I think up to Daytona, had flooding.
I would love to do a video with PA elevators at some point. Another thing I also have to remember, live streams can't be censored. That's why I really have to mind myself, because live streams are live, they cannot be censored. That's one of the reasons why if I end up swearing and which I only do that in situations, and like I said, sometimes I bleep it out and sometimes I don't, and just put a restriction, and I do that all the time because that's just how things are. And sometimes there are certain situations where I think it'd be funny to, to share the uncensored version, but that's just aside the point.
We are out of Tropical Trail. We're out of which is 3.
This is fun, actually. Are you guys still on the stream? If it's still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Quality's probably bad.
The quality of all of your streams, the quality has been poor in Brevard County.
Yeah. Have some good parts of the stream, but we'll have to see about that. We'll see about that in the future. I'm not going to get into when, but we'll get into the future.
Yeah. I'm going to go up here for a little bit because there really isn't a turn. I probably should have just turned left there. Oh well. Because we ran out of Tropical Trail, and we were just going to do Tropical Trail.
Yeah, we were just.
If I'd have turned left, then we would have headed back towards. Okay, I'm doing the speed limit. That's a double yellow.
We would have headed toward Tropical Trail. I think
we would have headed back towards 520.
Oh, 520. That's right. 520.
That guy up there is really mad at me for doing the speed limit, and he couldn't pass me because I was doing the speed limit. And here's another person passing me because I'm going the speed limit.
Oh my God.
The speed limit is 40. This is a narrow road. It is residential on one side and water on the other. And this is a state road and it's county, so the county or the state police could give you a ticket. And there's another person doing. Actually, I'm not doing the speed limit. The speed limit's 40, and I'm doing just the needle width past 40. They've been handing out a lot of tickets for people speeding and such because they're causing accidents. Like these people that passed me in a no passing zone were speeding. If there was an oncoming, which due to the turns, you are not necessarily going to see. It will not go well. A lot of fancy docks. These are personal docks that belong to the people who live over there. Probably nice to have a view of the water and a dock where you can go sit on the dock or park your boat on the dock, fishing off the dock. But there's the issue of flooding. I'm going to drive away Hyena Causeway. Okay?
My mind does, tries to cause a lot of mischief, I think. My mind tries to mess with me a lot.
I used to know somebody when I was younger than your brother, and he was close to what my age is now. And he got next to him, and we're going to build a house. He went over and introduced himself because they were new owners and all that. And asked him about the house that they were planning on building. And asked him how big a hill were they planning on making for the house. And they were like, what? We're just going to put a house pad, put concrete, and do that. Because it was one of the lower spots. And they were like, why? I said, well, my family's lived here for several generations. And he showed them how deep the water had gotten in his lifetime. And they were like, oh, we did not know that. So they consulted their architect or builder or whoever. Said, okay, we want the house to be higher than we were planning on it by 2 feet. Like, okay, it'll cost you. And they said, okay. And they did. And not too long after they finished it, a hurricane came through with flooding. And they were nice and dry. It wasn't record flooding, but it was flooding. And now we slow down to 30, which is really going to aggravate the people who are starting to come up behind you. Flashing lights, that means it's probably a sharp turn. Whoever's in that house, wherever it is, when Faye went through, they were probably pretty glad that it was up that high.
will show the screen now. Let's see if it's still. See if it's still
Did
going.
it disconnect?
I disconnected myself. I just gotta go back to it. Okay, there we
Yeah,
go.
I would say leave it on so that you know if it. That way you know if somebody comments. Yeah, and it's hard to read. You can read it off of the other one.
Yeah.
And
Just hoping that I can hold it up properly and not have it fall down. I'm having to hold the phone.
doing a good job there. Here we are.
It's kind of rare.
There's the Pineda Causeway.
It's kind of
which
interesting.
is like practically nowhere.
It's kind of interesting
Hey,
how I'm
I have a
using my
question.
leg to prop the
Question
phone.
quick. You want to go home US 1?
What's the longest? US1?
It's different because we already went up this way.
Yeah, we already went up this. I guess we'll go US1. This is just a fun little drive around. We're doing this. So we did
Over there's where I lost a wheel.
This is kind of a fun road. I mean, we're probably not on that particular road, but this is still a long video worth the time. This is definitely worthy of putting on, I guess, premiere. But anyway, we're about to the end of this.
Let's see. Okay, thank you. Guy behind me who was in this lane moved over because he saw there's 3 of us wanting to merge.
I could possibly try
That
to
pickup
film
truck.
the elevators in some hotels.
Very considerate. That pickup truck right there.
Mhm.
Very considerate driver. He moved. He did not have to. He moved over to. What was that? He moved over to the left lane. See, he's moving back now.
I've been propping the phone on my leg the whole time.
That worked.
I've been doing that the whole time.
He moved over to the left lane so that the 3 of us could merge without an issue. Because with where he was, I would have had to come to almost a stop. Now, he was not obligated to do that. He did that as a courtesy. So now, if you look if you aim the camera that way, to the left, that's the beginning of Melbourne. Coco is that way. Rockettage, Coco, Port St. John. And Merritt Island by way of Rockledge.
The end of this, though, I think we're still going. That's right. This I thought was an interesting drive around video. Oh, yeah.
Bored. We hadn't gone anywhere. We had to go to Merritt Island, give somebody a ride, and Drake's had asked us to do State Road 3.
So we did
or
it.
Not State Road 3, or Tropical Trail, so we did.
And we did the end-to-end full all the way through.
One end to the other.
So we got a 30-minute video now going all the way through this road.
And we still got a ways to go to get back.
Yes, this will be kind of a long video.
I'm assuming you want to stop when we cross the tracks at US 1 and 520?
Yeah, we'll stop by the railroad tracks.
Yeah, well, we got to cross the railroad tracks.
We'll cross the railroad tracks, and that's where we'll stop the video.
Or should we stop when we get to Rockledge? Let's stop when we get to Rockledge, because there's some place in Rockledge or in Coco that I need to stop at that's just past Rockledge. How's that sound?
Yeah, we'll end the video down there. This is actually a cool road. And ST Elevators is posting stuff. I gotta get on with Jason, you know? Jason, we gotta get on.
You want to meet up with Jason? I know. You want to meet up with everybody.
Well, I'm not gonna get to meet up with everybody.
No, you're not going to do that.
I mean, it's like, absolutely
To
not.
meet up with everybody, let's see, Mommy would need to buy, which Mommy cannot afford, or rent, some sort of traveler van where you can sleep in it. Not necessarily the full RV thing, but at least one that you can sleep in. That's legal for all the RV parks and such. And we would have to plan out a trip stopping at all sorts of RV parks all across the country. And it would probably take us at least a year and would require an enormous amount of driving of a large vehicle by Mommy. And Mommy's not fond of driving.
Well, we're not meeting up with all the filmers.
No, we're not going to meet up.
It would be nice to meet up with I Hate Uskers, though, because he's a real funny guy.
Yeah. Well, as much as I would love to take you on an extended road trip where we could, be gone for months, meeting up with various filmers all over the country, I'm not sure about driving that far. Now, we don't have to worry about nobody being at the house.
I do think that video that I Hate Uskers had where it was at the Marriott Marquis and the elevator stopped 2 times on the way up. Like it did it for no reason. And he pressed the phone both times. And
it started to move when he pressed the phone.
It started moving when he pressed the phone. So he's like, but then he mentioned that the elevator stopped for a second and now it's going.
Well,
both times.
So he pressed the call button and it started to move. So he told them, never mind, it started to move. And then it stopped again, and he pressed the call button, and it started to move. And he told him, okay, it's moving, so I don't think I'm going to be stuck, because the next floor is mine. But somebody should probably come and check it out and see what's wrong with it. Right?
And I will acknowledge for the reaction. I mean, that was a pretty scary situation because the elevator was going fast in a 45-story atrium and it suddenly jolted to a stop unexpectedly, which probably scared him.
It stopped rather rapidly.
Yeah,
which was an issue in itself. It also stopped not at a place where somebody called it and it was, okay, it stopped because somebody on the 12th floor wants to get on. It simply stopped and then started up again. And that is concerning.
And what's more scary than getting stuck is, the part that's actually scary is the fact that it suddenly jolted to a stop while it was going fast.
Yeah, it didn't slow down to stop, it just stopped.
It just jolted to a stop, which technically if I was in that situation, I would say a rude word because of how scary that was. Just given how scary that situation was.
You might not say a rude word.
It just depends on the situation.
You would definitely be concerned.
It's a scary situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really blame him for saying a rude word because it is a scary situation.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. I mean, this is still kind of fun. I think this road right here. Oh, yeah, the stream's still going. This is where it gets good quality, actually. This is where it's good quality now.
I think that's a cell phone tower over there.
Yeah.
See, if you pan your camera over that way, they can see a tower.
Oh, yeah, they can see a tower if I aim it at the right direction, but...
Is it?
No.
No, okay. It's too thin to show up on the resolution?
Yeah.
We are about to pass directly to the side of it. So I would expect a good signal here.
Jesus loves you.
Yes, he does.
He's actually one of the good guys.
He is the good guy.
He helped us, he helps us through our problems. I kind of wish I could meet him, because he would help us through our problems.
If at night when you go to bed, you talk to God, sometimes you can feel God hugging you in your heart. I usually don't hear God talk to you saying, do that. Although the Bible is full of a lot of do that's and don't do that. Don't do this, do that. Every holy book has a list of those.
Yeah, like I said, as much as my mind will tell me to delete videos, there's certain things it's like, don't do that. Because there's no reason to delete any of my videos, especially when that's one of the worst parts about my mind. It's like, oh, delete the videos when I shouldn't do that.
Well, when people get frustrated or angry or sad or embarrassed, they think I should delete this stuff.
And it's really a mistake, because when you have good content on your channel, I mean, you want to have good videos.
Yeah.
Quality content.
Now, some people delete their videos, they delete their channel or privatize their channel when they become adults because it's not good for their job to have that stuff.
Yeah, but it's better to privatize it than to take it down.
Oh, you still can't watch it.
Well, you can't watch it, but at least the person can decide later to put it back up.
Some of them delete it and because they're supposed to delete it, and some of them just privatize it, and some of them delete it because it's easier to delete an entire channel than it is to go through and privatize every video.
Yeah, but I think it's a more healthier choice. I mean, privatizing means people can't see it, but at least you can put it back up if you feel that it's appropriate to.
If circumstances change, you can put it back up.
And
Now,
privatizing.
some people take their channels down because they find, oh, I have this elevator hobby and it's childish and it's weird and I don't want people to think I'm weird. And guess what? People think you're weird anyway because people are weird. That's a given. Just like everybody is a jerk at some point. Everybody is weird at some point. And every hobby that is not yours is weird. Okay? You film elevators. That's kind of weird. I garden, which means I play in the dirt. And I try to grow stuff. And a lot of the stuff I grow is edible, but I'm certainly not growing enough food to eat. Barely growing enough food to snack. But I like the idea. And I'm definitely growing enough stuff to attract bees and birds. But that's a weird hobby. Your dad didn't like that hobby. It took me a long time to convince your dad that I was not growing stuff that just so happens to be edible because I didn't think he could provide for us and that we would go hungry. I did it because I liked it. And if I'm going to grow stuff, I want to grow stuff that I at least think is pretty.
And there's that 7-Eleven over there, or that 7-Eleven. I think that's 7-Eleven.
And I think it's kind of cool to be able to grow stuff that I might want to eat.
I think it's a 7-Eleven or a... I think that's a 7-Eleven.
But I've had people tell me they think it's weird that I grow vegetables and stuff and fruit. Well, not so much the fruits though. Fruit trees evidently are cool and growing, and broccoli is not. It's like, okay, whatever.
There's that. Oh yeah, there's that building that I filmed the
You
elevator.
filmed that elevator before.
Yeah, one time.
And we are now in Rockledge.
We're now in Rockledge, so I think we're close to ending point.
Yeah. Maybe one of these next two lights.
Yeah, maybe one of these next two
There's
lights.
Publix.
There's Publix. I wonder if they have an elevator in there.
No, that's a one-story Publix.
That's a one-story Publix, but
Yeah.
there's the McDonald's that I made jokes about. Oh, you could drive through it.
There's the McDonald's that we had walkie-talkies, or we have walkie-talkies. And they had the
Oh.
walkie-talkies on, and they happen to be the same frequency as the drive-thru.
Oh yeah.
That freaked you out. You were riding along in the car, and the walkie-talkies were on. And may I help you? Or may I take your order, please? Came through in the back seat. That was funny.
Oh, I wish I would have that on tape myself. I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, I don't think we had a decent camper then. I think you should probably stop anytime soon.
I think
There's the old hospital.
Oh, there's the old hospital. I think I see it. They're tearing it down completely.
Oh, yeah.
They still tore it down. The elevators are gone.
Oh, there's.
The elevators are gone.
And say, all right,
That's it.
bye-bye.
Let me end this now.